Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Insider. I'm Noah, and I'm so glad you're joining me again today. In this podcast, I will speak slowly and clearly. I will use basic vocabulary and I will go over ideas more than once so you fully understand everything I'm saying. My main goal is to help you get better at listening and speaking simultaneously. Today's topic is something a lot of English students wonder about. How can I start thinking directly in English? How do I break the habit of always translating from my native language? Maybe this is something you struggle with too, and that's perfectly alright. It's a common challenge for many people. Our brains naturally prefer our first language. But here's the positive side. Thinking in English is a learnable skill. You can absolutely learn it, you can improve with practice, and today I'm going to show you exactly how. Let's discuss why developing this skill is so important. Many English learners feel they speak slowly. And why is that? It's often because they are translating each and every sentence inside their heads. This mental translation makes your speaking hesitant and challenging. You might have a large vocabulary and a good grasp of grammar, but constantly translating hinders your ability to speak quickly. It makes it difficult to speak naturally and fluently in real conversations. In real-life situations, people speak at a natural pace. They won't pause for you to do mental translations. If you're constantly translating, you'll always be a step behind. Also, direct translation isn't always accurate. Some languages have different sentence structures. For instance, the order of words might be different in your language. Perhaps the adjective comes after the noun, whereas in English, it usually comes before. So, if you translate word for word, the resulting sentence might sound unnatural or even wrong. So, the main idea is this. Learn to think directly in English, without relying on your first language. When you achieve this, your speaking will become faster and more natural. And today, I will share some useful techniques so you can start doing this too. Alright, let's consider why we tend to translate and why it's a natural starting point when learning a new language. Initially, you use your native language as a base, and that's perfectly acceptable. Think of your first language as a stepping stone, a way to get started with English. But as you progress, you'll want to remove that reliance. For example, when you see a chair, you want to immediately think, chair. Not the equivalent word for chair in your own language. Now, many students tell me, Noah, I know vocabulary, I understand grammar, but when I try to speak, I get stuck. And I explain to them, that's very likely because your brain is still in translation mode. So, let's move on to practical steps. Let's explore exactly how you can begin thinking in English. Here are 5 simple strategies you can incorporate into your daily routine. Tip number 1. Describe the things around you. This is a really straightforward exercise. Just take a look at your environment. Mentally name the objects you see in English. For instance, when you're walking outside, think, I am walking to the store. I see a green tree. There's a bright red car. The weather feels quite cold. When you're in your kitchen, think to yourself, I am making some tea. I am opening the refrigerator. I am currently cooking rice. You can do this at any time and any place. You can do this privately. No one needs to hear you. If you encounter a word you don't know, that's perfectly fine. Look it up. Write it down for future reference. This way, your brain will gradually build its English capacity, little by little. Tip number 2. Think about your plans for the day. Another effective way to encourage thinking in English is to mentally talk through your daily schedule. In the morning, you might think, today, I will dedicate some time to English study. I need to be at work by 9 a.m. I'm planning to meet up with my friend later this evening. Then, in the evening, you can mentally review your day. I went to the fitness center today. I watched an interesting movie. I prepared dinner. It was a simple meal of chicken and rice. There's no need to write these thoughts down. You don't even have to say them aloud. The key is simply to think in English. The more consistently you practice, the easier it will become. Tip number 3. Employ visual thinking. This technique is incredibly effective. It trains your brain to operate in English without the interference of your native language. Here's how to do it. When you see an object, a chair, a table, a phone, don't immediately think, what is the English word for this? Oh yes, chair. Avoid that translation step. Just focus on the English word itself. Practice this with everything around you: phone, spoon, book, pen, tree, bus, window, shoes, dog. When you see the object, immediately think the English term. Make this a daily habit. Soon, this process will become automatic. Your brain will naturally start using English as its first response. Tip number 4. Engage in shadowing. This is a highly recommended technique. It's one of my personal favorites. Listen to a native English speaker from a podcast, video, or audio recording, just like this one. Then, immediately repeat what they are saying. Try to mimic their speech as closely as possible. Pay attention to their voice, the speed, the overall feeling, the rhythm, the emphasis, and their pronunciation. For example, if the speaker says, "I'm going to the grocery store," you repeat that phrase instantly, without any pause for translation. Initially, it might feel challenging, and that's perfectly normal. But persevere, and you will train your brain to process and speak English more rapidly, bypassing conscious thought and translation. Just focus on listening and then speaking. Aim for 5 to 10 minutes of this practice each day, and that should be sufficient. Tip number 5. This one is really straightforward and incredibly helpful. While performing simple everyday tasks, think using English in your mind. For instance, when you are taking a walk, the sun is shining brightly. The wind feels quite cold on my skin. Oh, look, there's a dog, and it's barking. When you're in the kitchen and cooking, I'm currently washing the rice. I'm adding a pinch of salt to the dish. The food smells absolutely delicious. And when you are tidying up, I'm sweeping the kitchen floor. I'm carefully folding the clean laundry. These everyday moments are excellent opportunities to think in English. The vocabulary required is often simple and basic. You don't need complex or advanced words. Just describe what you're doing, much like a young child learning to speak their first language. That's precisely how your brain will naturally learn. Okay, everyone, let's consolidate everything we've discussed. Here's a simple daily plan for you. It consists of just 4 steps that you can easily incorporate every day, without fail. Let's go through each step together. Step 1. In the morning, mentally plan your day in English. When you first wake up, before you even check your phone, take just 1 minute to think in English. Say to yourself internally, today, my plan is to go to work. I have an important meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. I also want to dedicate at least 30 minutes to studying English. Just keep these initial thoughts simple and in English. You can easily do this while you're brushing your teeth or while you're enjoying your morning tea or coffee. Step number 2. Throughout the day, describe what you observe around you in English. As you go about your day, pay attention to your surroundings. Mentally describe what you see. I see a gentleman walking his dog in the park. That woman is currently talking on her mobile phone. I am in the process of typing an important email. There's no need to verbalize these thoughts. You don't have to speak quickly. Just think to yourself. If you encounter an unfamiliar word, that's not a problem. Simply look it up later. Then, try this exercise again the following day. Step number 3. Actively listen to English and practice shadowing. Utilize one of my English Insider podcasts. Listen carefully to me, and then immediately repeat exactly what you hear. This is the core of the shadowing technique. Don't worry about achieving perfection initially. Just focus on practicing consistently. Even dedicating 5 minutes each day to this will make a significant difference. And finally, step number 4, at the end of the day, review your day in English. Before you go to sleep, take a moment to relax. Close your eyes gently, and simply think back over your day using English. Today, I had to go to the local supermarket. I prepared a simple lunch for myself. I spent some time watching an English language video online. Later, I made a quick phone call to my sister. This is your quiet time for reflection. There's no pressure to perform perfectly. Just relax and avoid any unnecessary stress. Simply let your thoughts flow in simple English. Okay, that covers all 4 steps. Easy enough to remember, right? Make this a daily habit, and after just 1 week, you'll begin to notice a positive change. After a full month of consistent effort, your brain will increasingly start to use English more automatically. Remember, your brain is currently accustomed to your native language and will naturally prefer it at first. Initially, maybe only around 10% of your thoughts will be in English. But that's a fantastic starting point. If you persevere and dedicate a little time each day to practice, soon that will increase to 30%, then perhaps 50%. Eventually, it could even reach 70%. And one day, you'll have a wonderful realization. You'll find yourself thinking in English without even consciously trying. It will happen gradually, but it will definitely happen, I promise you. Alright, so here's my final thought for you today. Thinking in English is a skill that you can develop. Be patient with yourself and treat yourself with kindness throughout this process. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning, so don't be afraid to make them. Just keep going. Thank you so much for joining me today on English Insider. I'm Noah, encouraging you to keep thinking in English, keep practicing diligently, and always believe in your ability to learn. Bye for now.